And there seems to be a glimmer of hope for the family of German tourist Nick Frischke, who went missing in Plettenberg Bay. This was over 9 months ago. The National Prosecuting Authority appears to be saying that there may be new information that a man resembling the missing tourist was spotted in the area of Plettenberg Bay. 5 men are on trial, and they have been arrested for robbing Frischke, but they have denied involvement in his disappearance. Let's get the latest now on this story, and we're joined by the Western Cape NPA spokesperson Eric Ntabazalila, who talks to us on the line. Mr. Ntabazalila, thank you very much for your time. Let's begin with whether or not you can firm up the suggestions being made. This story, I read it on News 24 just last night. Is there indeed confirmation that the person resembling the missing German tourist may have been spotted somewhere?
Good morning to you, as well as your listeners and viewers, and thanks for the opportunity. The story started when we received a query from a journalist in Germany who told us that there was a newspaper article from a local newspaper in Germany that there was a tourist who went to Plettenberg Bay, and the tourist saw a young man who looked like Nick Frischke. And this young man kept on saying to the tourist, 112 Komen, 112 Komen, which is an emergency number in Germany.
Yeah.
Right? I then contacted the prosecutor, our prosecutor here who's dealing with the matter, and she contacted the police. And it's been confirmed that it's not the first time we've received such I would say, stories or people claiming to have seen tips or sightings of someone who looks like Nick Frischke. The police have followed up on those sightings, and nothing has come up yet.
Yeah. We know, Mr. Ntabazalila, that there is this 20,000 Rand reward that has been put up, I think it is, by the family of Nick Frischke. Do you think that may have anything to do with these, let's just call them, false sightings?
Well, I wouldn't want to speculate on that because that article or the person who made these claims doesn't seem to be been motivated by money. But the challenge one would have is, or one wished for, was when he or she saw that person, that he or she should have gone to the police and reported that this person who looks like this, and I suspect that it's a tourist who disappeared on the mountain in the Hout Bay.
Yeah. Is this latest information about the missing German tourist, Mr. Ntabazalila, is this perhaps the most legitimate information that you may have come across just based on this person and how they are retelling what the person that they claim to possibly resemble the missing tourist might be, given what they were saying, and that is the 112 come in sort of statements that were being made?
I don't know. I don't want to commit to that. Remember, I'm saying that the police have received several of these tips or sightings, and they've gone out to investigate them, but nothing has come up now. But one doesn't want to sound discouraging people, that if they see someone who looks like him, that they don't call or contact. One would wish that whenever someone comes across a person who looks like him, would contact the authorities immediately to ensure for them to start investigating and possibly be able to trace that he is still alive.
Yeah. We know that 5 men have been arrested for allegedly robbing Nick Frischke. Do we know for certain that they confessed to robbing him? What did they say in as far as his disappearance is concerned?
Yeah, in fact, there are 4 now. We withdrew against 1. There are 4. Yes, there is a confession, a statement that was made by one of them. that they did rob him, and then he left them after that. So they don't know what happened after they've robbed him.
Sure. And then, if indeed he were to turn up, if indeed there is some glimmer of hope that indeed it may be the missing German tourist and later he is found, what would the analysis of this case be? Would you possibly be investigating a kidnapping case as well? It's been 9 months.
Yeah, one would expect the police to be doing that, obviously guided by the prosecutors. That would also add another charge if there is someone found responsible for that. We would obviously add that. To try to establish where was he when he disappeared up to now. And was he held under pressure or against his will, which would be kidnapping. So I'm sure that would be one of the investigating parts that need to be investigated.
Yeah. Just finally, as I let you go, there does seem to be similar occurrences, specifically in the area of Table Mountain. And I'm saying this because I'm looking at the very same news site, News 24, where they are reporting that there seems to be a spike in robberies within the Table Mountain National Park in recent months. Are you receiving more cases of a similar nature, or is the one relating to Nick Frischke the only one that you're dealing with right now?
So far, it's the only one we are dealing with. I didn't have a chance to check with the prosecutors whether we have received any cases of muggers arrested any suspects arrested for mugging people on the Table Mountain. But the one we are dealing with now, it's only this case of Nick. And last week when they appeared, these accused, we handed them a consolidated charge sheet, and they will be appearing in court next year.
Okay. All right. And we know that that will be in the month of January that they will be appearing again. Just finally, your message to any person who may potentially come across the very person that we are speaking about, what would you advise for them to do if indeed they do spot him? Yeah,
if they do, our first would be please contact the closest authorities. That would be your police. Or if you are able to take the person yourself to the police, take that person to the police. This is not only about us as the NPA or the authorities in South Africa. Remember, there is a family who is missing their loved one, and it's been such a long period, and I'm sure they would need to have him back or to have some closure. So the request and pleading would be, please immediately contact the local authorities.
Eric Ntabazalila speaks for the National Prosecuting Authority in the region of the Western Cape. Thank you very much for your time, sir.